Alright. So, I guess maybe I should do a little special video before I get to this week's content. Alright? And what'll end up being in it. And that'll be telling you the story of the. What? That's interesting. Alright. Of the computer. If venture capitalists will ever come on. Give me a minute. Okay, so I guess now that we got to it, I guess now we can. I don't care about events. It's not like it's legitimate. It's legitimate type deal. You know, it's all try to get you to microtransactions. All right, so let's get to the whole story, all right? Okay, and what happened with the computer? So when I got off work, all right, what basically happened was I sat down to chill out from work, all right, and what happened was I was good. I sat down, turned the computer on, started up a game that, it's not really. Hold on a second. The game went all kind of weird and stuff, and the next thing I know. Next thing I know, the display on the monitor went all weird and then blacked out. I was like, oh great, it looked like the display drivers might have just went on the computer. All right. Well, yeah. All right. So then I basically held the button on the computer to basically shut it down, and the next thing I know, I unplugged it, let the computer sit for a little bit. Then I went ahead and plugged it back in, tried it. Still nothing on the monitor. So I went ahead and the capture monitor turned out with the capture monitor that I use for doing stuff like this, so I could watch OBS and do my content at the same time. Well, suffice it to say, it still didn't come on. So, yeah, I was right, the display chipset went on the computer. So then I went ahead and just ended doing my content through the phone. And that's why the content went kind of crazy for a little bit, all right? And a little bit about that was I did, in amongst my random content, I actually did a poll, and, post something random plus Minecraft basically kind of. Red building kind of went by a landslide. Okay. Well, so one of them was a reaction video to a public domain movie. For some weird reason, it failed to process. I was like, okay, so maybe YouTube didn't like it. All right. Okay. So I just went ahead and deleted it because it was first time watching, never before seen public domain movie. All right. Well. That failed to upload. I was like, all right, fine, whatever. Because I paused every time my phone, but like that, I can't turn it off. I can't turn that function off anymore, apparently, on Android. Yay! Okay. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I'll be getting to you how I found out what was going on with that in a minute. All right. So then I basically did a Foxy Match game because that was the only game I could find that was basically starring a fox on a mobile game. All right. Because I thought that'd be kind of funny. Find a game with starring a fox. It was being the first one I found. It's Match 3 game. All right. And if you just look up Fox, it's going to be all Fox this, Fox that, Fox as in Fox News broadcasting. Not Fox characters, all right? So I found Foxy, found a Foxy match, which is basically a Fox type character. All right, so I did that one, and well, the phone I had to actually pause capturing because I had to take care of something real quick, and the phone blacked out, and then I finished capturing. Then I was like, what? Why did this one not upload? All right, so then I checked the video. It turned out that the software is using to merge the videos on my phone to try to keep all my phone, mobile, Android capturing stuff self-contained on the phone, separate from the computer capturing, if this makes any sense. That way it's self-sufficient, self-contained. That way I can do everything through the content, get the upload away from the house, okay? And I found out that, well, the first video was actually getting generated into the video, but the second half of the video was black, so it was probably corrupted. Go figure. All right. So then, as I figured that out, all right, so I'm gonna have to try to find this piece of software to replace that one. Okay. So then I ordered when I got the when the motherboard was ordered, that arrived. I basically got the computer opened up, and I keep this in mind. I want to describe to you the case. Okay, my computer case that I use. All right. So to get to the motherboard, I have to basically unplug all four. Yes, my computer uses 4 hard drives. I won't get into what each one's for because that is boring. All right. It has 4 hard drives in there. All right. Let's unplug all 4 of the hard drives completely, and then the brackets that holds each of the hard drives, I have to basically unscrew them and lift them out, right? And then set them aside, and then basically to get the motherboard out, I have to then remove the large fan, which is on the back, because power switch on my case went, so I decided, well, I'm going to put it on the back so we have all of the USB cords and everything, access to all of that, plus the power switch. All right, but yet the LEDs on the front, I kind of actually do hook up one of them to the thinking indicator, which blinks when it's thinking. I got that hooked up, all right? And so, yeah, so basically I got my entire case, so I have access to all of the USB cables and the power switch all on one side. Now it's easier for me to have access, so if any problems with any of my USB plugs, I can just of an earpiece keyboard or a mouse or my microphone or whatever, I can just plug it, swap it out, just have it all, not have to move the case 2 inches. Convenience, yay. Okay. So then after I get the hard drives out, I get the hard disconnected out, and then have to unscrew the power supply, take that out, I clean that up too, and then I took that to the side. And then when I screw the hard drive, the motherboard, well, the spacers came out instead. Weird. All right. So then I found I could lift the motherboard out. So I had to, without taking the fan that's sitting right above it, right up to it, I had to take that out too, just to get the board out. All right. And then when I got all that out, got all that disconnected, got the board out, had to, of course, take off the fan, clean off the processor, clean off the fan's heatsink, and then I unpacked the new motherboard, put that back into the case, the new motherboard with the spacers put in. Okay, bumped the mic a couple times. All right, and I screwed that in, and then I was like, well, I took the fan out. I was like, well, I might as well clean that out. Since I cleaned up that fan, cleaned up the other 2 fans, which the hard drive, which kind of is like right next to the hard drive, so it helps burn. Hard drives would be cool. All right. So then, after I got all that done, got all that put back together, all that screwed back in, got all that hooked back up, put the computer in place, hit the button, and it put up the Windows button. I noticed the big fan that I could look right into and see wasn't turning. I was like, okay, this is great. So I took all 3 fans just died. So I took the top off, took the top off, checked the connections of the fans, found out, well, I didn't quite plug them back in. I just kind of stuffed the wires. So I had to hook all the fans up and move. And the case itself hooks up to the same SATA power supply that the hard drives uses. So I swapped that to make sure that that wasn't a problem. Put that back in. Didn't bother to put the top on it yet. I wanted to make sure that all 3 of the fans was working. Well, 2 of the 3 fans were working, 1 wasn't. So I actually got the replacement fan sitting over here next to me because after I do today's videos, I'm going to go ahead and swap the fan after I do both of today's videos. Figured I'll share a little bit. Okay, here's the phone. So then after I took care of that, and then I had to figure out, because this motherboard apparently required me to actually go into the BIOS configuration for stuff like check the boot sequence and all that, apparently. Weird, I know. After I did that, and then Windows booted! Yay! Windows booted, finally. Alright. Now this is where it's going to get good. Because I swapped the motherboard, my previous motherboard did not meet the requirements for Windows 11. That means I got to enjoy Windows 10 and not have to do a whole OS up until 11. Alright. So basically the entire time the computer was down, alright, this is the good part. This is the good part. That means that my entire Steam library had the entire time the computer was down worth of updates stacked up. Ouch! And the new motherboard, Microsoft was like, yes, you can have Windows 11 now. Install was my only option. Install. So I was like, all right, I'll update to Windows 11. So then basically I now had all my Steam games that were actually updated. I was trying to get into how I have my library in GOG and my library on Steam. Okay, I'm not going to get into that. All right, which I use for which. Okay, unless you really want me to, which I'm not going to do that because I don't really want to do that. All right, so basically that means, but the mic again. So that basically means I had a Windows 10 to 11 update plus my Steam library update. Okay. After that was done, the Windows 10 to 11 update was done and finished installing. This is the funny part. Instead of Microsoft doing the sensible thing and having the Windows 11, when you go from Windows 10 to Windows 11, it just has all of the updates for Windows 11, okay? It didn't do that. This is what it did. It went from Windows 10 to 11, and then it had to do Windows 11 updates. Fucking dumbasses. Fucking dumbasses. Dumbasses. And I'm not even sure if one of the Windows 11 updates even was installed, because it said failed, and then it wasn't available for download as an update. So one of the updates might have not even happened, for all I know. So fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. Alright? Alright? So then basically, I had to update Windows from Windows 10 to 11. Plus, Windows 11 updates apparently. So fucking stupid, that one was. And my Steam library. And 2 of them I was like, I'm not going to sit here wait for them to update. So I just uninstalled them, okay? Because they're not currently games that I'm playing right now. So I just simply uninstalled those 2, alright? Alright, so yeah. And then this is the kicker. This is the kicker, alright? While all these updates were going on, when I updated from Windows 10 to 11, plus Windows 11 updates, plus the Steam library update, Minecraft would open, but the Minecraft launcher wasn't working. And I'm not even 100% sure Minecraft is working 100% yet, because I still have to check that to make sure that Minecraft is actually going to open, my avatar is going to load up. Alright, but I'll probably finish Mega Man first before I do that. Alright? So the computer's up, capturing's back on the table, PC games back on the table, the schedule's going again. That means basically Monday, Project Zomboid, which is still happening today. This is just a little video for me to get to rant and rave about the shit that I went through for this hardware swap. Alright? And then, since people had voted Minecraft PC, that means Minecraft PC is going to be, I want to get back to Mega Man on Tuesday this week, and then I'm going to be having Space Haven on the back burner for a little bit because that did not get a vote. So Squirrel with the Gun is going to be taking Tuesday and Monday too. That means Squirrel with the Gun is going to be Tuesday and Wednesday. All right, taking Space Haven slot, but I will get back to Space Haven, which I'll probably try to make these since the computer was down for so long. I'm going to probably make these a little bit of an extended episodes, maybe go for close to about 2 hours or 2 hours at the minimum. 2 hours at the latest or more a little bit, but I'm going to try to lean a little bit to 2 hours for this week on account the computer was down for so long. All right, well, unless it's a venture capitalist, in that case, then there is no timetable for how long it's going to be. As always, everybody, thank you for watching, everyone. The computer's back up. I know y'all are probably happy, or probably like, this random insanity is getting a bit monotonous. I don't know if I'm going to do another public domain reaction video. I don't know yet. I'll think about it because it was actually a pretty decent movie. I might do it again, except do it on the computer maybe. That way I can kind of see it on the big screen. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll tell you what. Comments below. Use them. Oh, by the way, if you're interested in you're interested in wanting to know if something goes on with the channel or get a chance to actually maybe vote on one of my I'm not sure what I want to do polls. All polls in the community section, if they're there, they're valid. That means the content that they will affect has not happened yet. So the community section, the polls, use them. I delete them when they've expired and their purpose has been served. Okay. As always, everybody, thank you for watching. Peace out, everyone.